Did you realise your website analytics are probably underreporting your website performance? And by that I mean sort of traffic, user journeys and conversions, but by at least 20%. And this could be costing you hundreds of thousands of pounds or valuable leads. In 2 minutes, I want to explain why something called server-side tracking, still using Google or Adobe Analytics, is not a reporting upgrade, it's a growth lever. Because if your analytics are underreporting, your business decisions are at least, or at best, an educated guess. And if you compare the revenue, conversions and data in your analytics to your actual sales or leads, there's almost always a gap. For many e-commerce brands we work with, that gap often starts around 25 to 30%. And this is similar actually for B2B sort of lead gen websites and other non-e-commerce websites actually. And this missing data is lost insight and will impact your strategy and your decisions and actually ultimately your performance. Now, traditional tracking obviously relies on customers' browsers to send data back to tools like Google Analytics, Google Ads or Adobe. But in 2026, a growing percentage of that data will never arrive. Ad blockers, consent rules and privacy-focused browsers like Safari simply block it. So think of browser-based tracking, I guess, like a digital sieve, where some data always dripped out, but not too much. It used to work okay. But as privacy restrictions have increased, the holes have grown bigger. Every block request means lost conversion metrics, lost attribution, and lost confidence in your numbers. And the result is simple. You're essentially making marketing decisions using incomplete data. That affects everything. Your Google Ads campaigns, they learn more slowly or just incorrectly, or your SEO performance can be misdirected. Essentially, your budgets end up being optimized based on estimates, not facts, and people don't seem to realize this. And this is exactly what server-side tracking fixes. With server-side tracking, you see, the data is sent securely via your own server rather than directly from the browser. So far less is blocked, more conversions are captured, and that sort of attribution improves dramatically. In fact, we recently implemented server-side tracking for a Shopify client where Google Analytics was missing nearly a third of their revenue. That meant around 30% of sales were effectively invisible to the marketing team and the ad platforms. And then after implementation, we achieved full consistency and balance between their store revenue and their analytics. So for the first time, they had sort of a reliable source of truth. And that clarity delivered real commercial impact as well. Revenue increased by 12% actually, if you can believe it. And marketing spend was then optimised better and with confidence. And as budgets were reallocated based on data, this helped drive £300,000 more in revenue. And this is not an isolated example. This is why server-side tracking is not a reporting upgrade, it's what I'd call a growth lever. Now, as I mentioned, if your analytics are underreporting, your business decisions are at best an educated guess, so please remember that when you're reviewing them. But if you want to stop your data leaking through that sort of digital sieve and start optimising with confidence, the first step is a tracking audit. So do please download our free practical guide to identifying lost data and fixing it using the link in the description. Or if you'd rather, just feel free and just sort of DM me.